members please announce themselves for the record?
Ranking Member Robert Garcia.
Listen. Listen.
Thank you all. Secretary Clinton, before we begin, I would like to go over the ground rules for this deposition. The questioning will proceed in rounds. The majority will ask questions for an hour, and then the minority will have an opportunity to ask questions for an hour if they choose. To the extent members have questions for the witness, they will be propounded during their side's respective rounds. The clock will stop if you need to confer with counsel, your counsel is speaking, and when members or staff are speaking during the opposing side's round of questions. We will alternate back and forth until there are no more questions. Do you understand?
I do.
There is a court reporter taking down everything I say and everything you say to make a written record of the deposition. For the record to be clear, please wait until the staffer questioning you finishes each question before you begin your answer, and the staffer will wait until you finish your response before proceeding to the next question. Further, to ensure the court reporter can properly record this deposition, please speak clearly, concisely, and slowly. Also, the court reporter cannot record nonverbal answers, such as nodding or shaking your head, so it is important that you answer each question with an audible verbal answer. Do you understand?
I do.
Exhibits may be entered into the record. Majority exhibits will be identified numerically. Minority exhibits will be identified alphabetically. Do you understand?
I do.
We want you to answer our questions in the most complete and truthful manner possible, so we'll take our time. If you have any questions or do not fully understand the question, please let us know. We will attempt to clarify, add context to, or rephrase our questions. If we ask about specific conversations or events in the past and you are unable to recall the exact words or details, you should testify to the substance of those conversations or events, to the best of your recollection. If you recall only a part of a conversation or event, you should give us your best recollection of those events or parts of conversations that you do recall. Do you understand?
I do.
You are required by law to answer questions from Congress truthfully. This also applies to questions posed by congressional staff in this deposition. Do you understand?
I do.
If at any time you knowingly make false statements, you could be subject to criminal prosecution, including but not limited to perjury. Do you understand?
I do.
This includes both knowingly providing false testimony, but also stating that you do not recall or remember something when in fact you do.
Come on, girl.
Do you understand?
Come on,
I
through.
do.
Furthermore, you cannot tell half-truth or exclude information necessary to make statements accurate. You are required to provide all information that would make your response truthful. A deliberate failure to disclose information can constitute a false statement. Do you understand?
I do.
Is there any reason you were unable to provide truthful testimony in today's interview?
No.
Please note that if you wish to assert a privilege over any statement today, that assertion must comply with the rules of the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Pursuant to that, Committee Rule 16C1 states, for the chair to consider assertions of privilege over testimony or statements, witnesses or entities must clearly state the specific privilege being asserted and the reason for the assertion on or before the scheduled date of testimony or appearance. For the purposes of the deposition, objections must be stated concisely and in a non-argumentative and non-suggestive manner. If the witness refuses to answer a question to preserve a privilege, the committee may seek a ruling from the chair. If the chair overrules any such objection, the witness shall be ordered to answer. If the witness continues to refuse to answer a question despite being ordered to do so, the witness may be subject to sanction. Do you understand?
Insofar as I understand the rules of privilege, I don't have any specific knowledge of your committee's ideas of privilege.
What? Come. Now you know what? Oh boy. You know, I dropped the ball. Somebody had to tell me that my girl and my boy has been deposed over this Jeffrey Epstein stuff, right? Now, and if anyone have seen this or whatever, and the look on her face, she's like, bring it, right? My question is, didn't they say Trump was in the Epstein files too? Huh? Lord have mercy. Now, I said, let me get this non-serious verbiage on the record before I get back serious. I said I was dragging and reading the whole month of February just to take March off, right? And we're in a war. That started, February 28th? Okay. So, I'm not gonna ever get no sleep. Anyway, don't worry about that. Don't worry about my business. But listen, so check this out. What in the world is going on with these Epstein files? Like, what are they looking to find? I mean, it really seems like a little witch hunt by Trump, but I don't want to say, that's the case. Okay, I'm saying allegedly. I hate to speak incorrectly on the record, but, I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Now, I mean, just let me know. Isn't Trump and Epstein, what are they looking to get from questioning the Trumps? I'm not Trumps, the Clintons. They weren't involved in that nasty shit. Get them goddamn people alone. That was Jeffrey, that Ghislaine, or what the fuck her name is, and excuse me, the people that was in the know. They don't know nothing about this now. The Clintons don't know nothing about what they was doing. They don't get down like that. And I know, Bill, reputation, whatever. I get that. But they are lawyers, okay? Now, while I am not saying that lawyers, don't do the damn thing and don't, get in trouble doing stuff that, and it's, I really get sick of this, but they will hold lawyers at a higher regard when it comes to everything in life, right? I can see doing that in the law. But everything in life, like if I say I'm gonna bust you upside your head with a bat or something. Oh, Angie, why would, with all you have to risk, why would you, all that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, because, I'm biased now when it comes to Clintons, I'm telling you right on them off the rip. I'm biased, right? Listen. Like, what are they looking to find? That man, listen, that man had a lot of parties and stuff like that. A lot of gatherings, a lot of stuff he did, a lot of stuff, and they may have appeared there several times or what have you. But The Clintons, they are not involved in this old nasty shit between Jeffrey and that goddamn woman. Now, either that, because, listen, I don't know what to think no more. I don't know what to think no more about people, honey, because y'all have done it. I don't know what to think. I just throw my hands up. I am not surprised about anything. Now, a long time ago, I don't know if it's still out there on YouTube, I pressed the button and it was a documentary of all the like the people that the Clintons were connected to. You know, they was checking on out right and left, some in suspicious fashion and whatever, and they was trying to make connections to the Clintons as to why these people was just disappearing, dropping dead, and whatever else, right? But now, so what I'm saying is this: either we really don't know how Hilary and Bill get down, or this is just another witch hunt like Benghazi. Okay? This is crazy. Now, check this out right now. Check this out. I don't know if I can get the video out of that other thing I recorded not too long ago about, you know, the history of some of these wartime decisions. And how you would be surprised what nations, what countries that will link up to get rid of, you know, an enemy, right? And you'd be surprised. And you know, Obama, I hadn't forgot it. I just never did get a chance to say much about it because we don't talk politics too much on this side. But, you know, there were a couple of times where he was supposed to join forces. Not a couple times, but it's one time he was supposed to join forces with I think it was the UK and somebody else. And he backed out of that war. You got MBS. So, you know, he's close to Trump and really close to, you know, Jared, Trump's son-in-law. But MBS ain't no joke either, you know. And y'all saw that dap that went viral between MBS and Putin, right? But check this out right here, right? Check this out. Now, back in the day, right, when we went to Afghanistan first, right? And then we had to go into Iraq. And yeah, the United States have joined forces before with Iran too. that map will have you confused. You know, you wouldn't know what to believe and who's friends and who's not, whatever. But and it's more than it's deeper than you think with this war because it's down to the little petty details, right? You know, it you can be seen as an ally if you just simply let our ships go through, provide security, and let us go bomb whoever we're gonna bomb, and get on back out of that, right? I'm talking about that's also outside of um, um, why am I mind going blank now? Outside of NATO, right? So, you know, you can have any type of agreement with, like, for instance, right? What is that name now? Gaddafi, right? So, they was after Gaddafi for a while, and then Gaddafi had to do a few things, right, before he can be, for the different countries, leave him alone. So he did everything, right, that the United States said. And I think this is caught up on the video I did, but if I've already talked about this and it's repetitive, excuse me, but he did everything he was supposed to do. And then Barack was like, nah, that's okay. That's all right. The dude, Gaddafi was calling around and trying to get in touch with different representatives in the representative in the Senate, in the United States government, and only this one guy answered the phone. What is his name? Where was he from? I don't know if he's from Minnesota. I don't know if he was representing Minnesota. Well, one of those places. And Gaddafi, talked to them, that said this, and the third. And Obama was like, I know we actually do these things, we're going to change our mind, and you're on your own. And see, when it's war wherever, you have to go and dig. No, you ain't got to go and dig, but some people have to go and dig and find out about these alliances, right? What's the deal on the table? And shit like that. But I don't want to get too deep like that. But I told y'all I had to take March off now. Pay attention. Don't y'all like how I be sticking stuff in and leaving it open, and nobody ever figures it out? I'll be like, this is ridiculous. Lord have mercy. I won't play y'all in tic-tac-toe. Which, listen, I really like that game. I really do. Ooh, man, somebody throw that. Yeah, y'all know how you get excited when somebody throw that paper down and that pencil on. You want to play tic-tac-toe? Yes. They draw the little motherfucking goddamn pound sign. You be like, But you know, this is wild. It's a wild time. And another question that I wonder if anybody thought about, right? So you know, now I'm not taking up a Cheney, I'm not taking up a George, but whoever came out and said that there weren't any weapons of mass destruction found. I don't know if they didn't find it because they got rid of it all. I don't know. But a nerve agent was just used on who? Well, one of these places. It's so many people. And it killed a lot of people, right? Well, on the record, nerve agents, that powder, all that stuff like that, are considered weapons of mass destruction. Guess who has weapons of mass destruction? The United States does. But we also, but we have the authority given by us to go in these different countries and say, hey, you gotta get rid of your weapons of mass destruction. Now, I'm not looking at it, as far as fair is fair and right is right and everybody should be equal playing from. No. Okay? These people are dangerous. All right? And the reason is their ideology don't align with modern ways of living. Okay? It doesn't, they're all over the place. And people in the Middle East, they crazy. I'm just keeping it a buck. They crazy as hell. So, when they say, America, have the nerve to tell us what to do and all this extra shit and whatever, and then, then we have all those great organizations like NATO, G20, all the different places. Here's what makes it fair. Because we don't live up under an evil dictator. I'm using air quotes. We're under a dictator. I don't know how evil he is, but we're under one. Okay? And you should be very nervous because like Assad, Saddam, a lot of those people, right, they released those nerve agents, nerve gas, and powders and all kind of crazy shit on their own people or on people that oppose the government. MBS, what did MBS do? MBS went and snatched, I forgot how many wealthy people that live there, and pretty much they were given kind of like an option. I call it an option, okay, because they couldn't just say, now I ain't gonna be able to, to do that, and then walk out the door and live, right? That man kidnapped all those people, and they had to sign over either their a portion of their business, write a big check, give them the whole entire business. It's bizarre, right? This ain't happened 20 years ago. No, this has happened not so long ago. Yeah, for a dude that want nothing to do with the political atmosphere. Yeah, I mean he has this damn. I mean it's a lot. He has this damn what is it? Some Vision 2030 or something like that. Where I mean you look at even what he put, the money they put into it to make the presentation is crazy. I feel like I don't know if this is on that video that got stuck somewhere, but yeah, and it's wild, right? What he is imagining. It's like turning, I don't know if it's Arabia, I don't know what all he's trying to turn to, but like a big old Disney World. A big old Disney World. And he has been having people, celebrities, come to Arabia to hold concerts and things like that, right? And while the East, they reject American policies, American ideologies, that they reject it because they think that we are immoral, right? We're not good, people, we fornicate, we do all kind, excuse me. I mean, just think about it. And it's still like this in some areas in the South, right? Where they ban like music, dancing, arts. The women can't go to school, get educated, and stuff like that, right? It's still like that in some places where, but some are slowly letting the people have music and shit like this. It's crazy. So, and I'm telling you all this for a reason. It's a lot going on around the world every day. And it's some foolishness. And I have no idea why anybody would think that living anywhere else but in America is a good thing. I have no idea. And when people say that, I just be looking like, huh? Do you know? Because raise your hand if you needed international law classes and international business. Raise your hand if you needed that. Okay? Anyway. And what gives America the rights, and like I said, they will click up with Iran, we click up with Russia, anybody, right? To get rid of someone that would be a enemy to both, to different nations. Yeah, they're quick up. It doesn't have to be a NATO thing. Yeah, they will click the hell up. So I'm saying this because, in my opinion, right, Americans believe that their value system and their modern way of living, and and we don't have a dictatorship, and we can go pretty much where we want to go and do what we want to do, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of liberty, right? But they see it as evil. They think that, and like Muslim is pretty much the religion there, and I don't know what. I ain't trying to hold you, but I don't even know what exactly is in their rule books or whatever, how they came about all this stuff, but it's definitely in their minds. They think that we are so evil, but they are the ones that will turn on their own people and anybody opposing their government, right? They will set up a dynasty, right? By using tyranny, right? Like they don't pass it over to the son and all that stuff. And here's the thing, right? MBS shouldn't even been in that line to become well, I'm gonna call him president, right? That's what we're really familiar with. President of Arabia. Yeah, he wasn't even in line. Is he the president of Arabia? Or is MBN still? I don't know. But listen. So, oh yeah, another crazy one is Russia. So check this out right here now. Check this out with this weapons of mass destruction shit. I don't know. I had to go back and look why they came out and said that these places have weapons of mass destruction, because that gas, they got powders, Young Kim or whatever the fuck the man name is. He allegedly had his half brother poisoned. Remember, the one girl put the stuff on his, I think, face or whatever, and the other girl came behind him and put the other part on there so it can activate. Okay, y'all seen that in the what happened to that man in the airport? And that man died in that damn airport, I believe, not too long afterwards, from that stuff. You see a lot of Russians, not a lot of them, but you see, certain Russians come down with some mysterious illness somehow. And they be bald, their eyebrows be gone, I mean, those are weapons of mass destruction. And please understand, we got them too. Don't tell them I told you that. Yeah, we got them too. We just don't use them like that. And the reason why we have to go into these other countries and all this type of stuff. But this is what the objective of war is. This is the objective. I'm using air quotes. This is what they said. Is that they're supposed to go in, help defeat whoever, the bad guy is, whoever we see as the bad guy in the conflict. And then we're supposed to stay there for a minute and make sure they grow their military, but set up a political structure that is fair to everyone there, right? So that gives you what? Ambassadors all over, right? Okay. So it's more than having air and water and on the ground support. They have to do a little bit more than that. Now, withdrawing from those places, right? Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Can create a worse situation, right? Because you always got a goddamn Al Qaeda and ISIS and whatever else they got going on. They always look for somewhere to lay up. They sorry ass. They always look for somewhere to lay up, right? And but so we have the lead, and somehow we are allowed to go in there and kill their dictator. And I know what, it's documented that is what should take place. All right, and we take it. We go in there and do just what I said. Defeat their opponents, strengthen their military, and help them build a functional government, right? Yeah. You don't want to see stuff like what Idi Amin did, right? Ran those, is it Korean? I don't know if they was Koreans or Asians or somebody, but they were Korean. Just ran them away from their businesses, ran them out of their own home, child. And he then sent his people to run the stores and all that shit and all that whatever. But he didn't calculate one thing. None of the people was qualified to do any of that. So that ruined the economy. And his ass went well. He got the hell out of there. Went to in exile somewhere. Just like Bashar. What Bashar is where? Is Bashar in Russia? I don't know. But this is stuff I have to think about in a long time. But yeah, so we might not like it, but I think we should understand it. Because those people in the Middle East their religion. And I'm not knocking their religion, right? I'm knocking how they interpret their religion, right? I mean, like, it's crazy. We have to, in some places we have to even set up their voting system and stuff like that. It's crazy. But I think, America can do two things at one time, and then this is the part that just pisses me off, right? They will go on and jump in these wars and stuff like that when we have a war right here, right? We have homelessness, hunger, shit like that. We have people living below the poverty line. We got a lot of stuff going on over here, right? And I do believe that they can do two things at one time. It's a lot of them sitting up and down and they're questioning, like this lady about this bullshit about the Epstein files and shit. Like, did they find other people that engaged in you know, forced sex or whatever, sex without consent, or like, what the hell is going on? You know what I'm saying? I haven't been keeping up with the with that because I'm like, okay, he's gone, she's in prison, unless somebody else was like, he had a third wing or fourth wing that was like getting down like that, like a Diddy or whatever. Take Diddy off there. Let me tell you why. I'll take Diddy off of there, and I would take R. Kelly off of there because I like, you've had prostitution that has gone on forever and a day. Now I know, and to me, this is my opinion, when you get charged state level, right, for prostitution, they get the hooker and the pimp, they get a slap on the wrist like almost every time, right? And I understand how feds can make it, a man act because, going across those state lines, right? Now, with the Diddy and R. Kelly situation, you had them wanting, it was okay with going across the line, even though it was against the law, due to their age or due to whatever. But, they were okay getting, going to shop and all this good stuff or whatever, right? However, what they did was against the law, and by the, I'm here listen for these noises, by them I'm sorry, I am distracted by these what the hell? to me, not the young girls now, but to me, you're over the age, if you're volunteering and stuff like that, right? Now, the minute you tell them no now, to me, you've broken the law if you're over 18, okay? So, and I said all this to say that Jeffrey did have a lot of young girls, right? One of that one who spoke out a lot, I could not believe she took her own life not too long ago. Jeffrey did have young girls and stuff like that. So unless they've done a research and found some stuff like that out or whatever, or I'll even go with misappropriation of money, but that wouldn't be on Hilary and Bill. That would be on Epstein and shit. Or if he play to pay, now that would be against the law. So I'm like, what are they looking for? I get mad. Hillary, that's my girl. Hilary and Judge Judy, shit, child, that's my girl, honey. Oh yes, I made no around that, honey. Hilary, Judge Judy, and it was Diane Carroll, child. Those hey, those are my godmamas. But so it's so weird to have this war going on and to be fucking with people over some old ass Epstein files. I mean, like, my thing is, how long you had the files? Why you arrest everybody when the people was living? Like, what is going on with them Epstein files? I don't feel like I can't do another thing in March. I'm gonna be busy, and you can tell. But like, what are they looking to find? Like, what? Can somebody give me the short version? Because I don't want to read nothing. Just tell me what's going on. What are they looking for? They got my girl up there and had Bill up there. And when I tell you my girl Hilary got a unit on her face, she said, yeah, I'm familiar with what the law says. It's pretty much talking about client, attorney-client privilege, but she said, but not what y'all consider it is. But I'm like, whatever she just said, I played it. Yes, Hilary, you see that unit on her face. She did not come there to play with their ass today. You understand what I'm saying? And Mr. Bill, leave them goddamn people alone. Like, tell us, what are you looking for? Because here's the thing. They can tell us what they're looking for. Because I'm telling you right now, right? If they done brought all this up, they deposing somebody, whatever, they already know what the alleged crime is. They already know that. All we try to do is to get you to commit to something. Commit to a lie, commit to a truth or something like that. Follow the money, I'm pretty sure IRS has done their part. And, well, so So they know. Now, if I've been out of the loop that bad, my apologies. They know exactly what the hell the people allegedly have done, right? And when you depose people, interview, and all of that, that's just to get more information about how it works, who all was involved, so on and so forth. I mean, unless you make a deal, they ain't gonna do shit for your charging. But, so they already know what the hell they're trying to accuse Bill and Hilary of. And I'm gonna listen to these questions. I'm gonna listen to these questions, listen to these answers. And it is what it is now. I don't know when I'll be back to Dragon. I don't know. I told you, 2025, I'll bet out here. So, I don't know. If I hear something that I got to drag a bitch about, maybe. But again, I told you, I don't have to use no props. I ain't got to put nobody else's live. I ain't got to go click up with nobody. I ain't got none of that. And tell you all about your motherfucking ass and what. And again, you don't like it. I forgot. I ain't used my powers in a long time. I got people that can, whatever we doing, okay? Allegedly. Shit, you motherfucker snitch around him. But that's my head from being up under cover, and that's why I'm now sounding real different, right? But yeah, I just find this is crazy. We got a bunch of shit going on. We wasted so much money between Afghanistan and Iraq shit. I mean, they order. I think I told y'all this. They ordered. I'm talking about uniforms now. Whole bunch of them. And they got the uniforms in, and over there the people said, "No, you ordered the wrong ones." They waste so much money on that shit. Like, it's crazy. Listen. And this is why I couldn't go to HBCU even if I had wanted to. The only tempting thing I wanted to do is get in that band, and cause they be looking like they going to do a lot of fun shit, right? One thing about it is, baby, I faked it till I made it, honey. I can't play no damn clarinet. Those Yvette get me involved in that bullshit because the four of us, right, her two little cousins one was 2 grades behind me, and the other was 1. And they're dead now. So sad. Oh my gosh. But the 2 little cousins, they played the flute. The goddamn Yvette had me playing the goddamn clarinet with her, right? Y'all. Now I want you to tell me how I made it. I told you, the Lord loves me, honey. Y'all. It took me forever to learn how to blow with that reed on there. Only thing I wanted to do was just dance on the, you know what I'm talking about? Just, that's something I wanted to do. That's what I should have signed up for, that part. You understand what I'm saying? But that march is everything, baby. And here, it rains and reebok. Then we played the Gator Bowl, also known as Altair, also known as where the Jaguars play. We used to play, our games used to be that big, the Rains Reebok games. And I'll never forget. And they split the time up, the halftime up, right? Between both bands. And we called Rain's band Dirty 30s. And they are some hoes and some rats and all kinds of stuff like that, right? And anyway, we marched. They weren't finished, right? But they was over their time. Baby, our drum master hit that whistle. Baby, we went to go marching over their shit. We coming through. The fuck you think this is? Tell you not a word of a lie. We coming through. Your time is up. We are coming through. And a lot of people didn't understand that, okay, so we're going to have to show our abilities that we can play instruments, right? So we'll go and play some type of, some shit you'll hear at a symphony. Damn. Some shit you'll hear at a symphony. And then we start getting down and doing all, acting like a, what you see the bands show out like that, and they would just come get straight to it. Man, we always said that you guys don't know how to play music. That's why you're just coming and playing, whatever Floyd is bopping to. When they had Jam Point Express and all. I know a lot of people don't know what Jam Point Express is. It's a Florida thing. But and one time, a long time ago, I played Jam Point Express on a live, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's just a Florida thing. But they're gonna play that or something off the latest song sometime, but they really mainly kept it to Florida stuff, right? Especially at Jam Point Express. And we have to go out there and we play that boring ass symphonic goddamn music, and then when it's time to switch over, we gets down now. We gets down. Thing about this, I couldn't play a single solitary note. I had to lose. It took me a while to get a sound to come out. And Yvette was to work with me or whatever on that, and it was literally notes, like the keynotes and stuff in that book. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Because one of them, like it's made like a cue, and then they have that flip out to the back. I said, I don't remember what that shit is called. But trust and believe, I was in the band, child. I was in the band 8th, 9th, 10th, yes. And couldn't do what? Play a note. I can play a damn note, y'all. See, that's that power, right? Yeah, you know who I am. You know who I'm connected to. And you are excusing that mess. I should have been put out the band. They should have been put my ass up out of there. Like, you know, I don't know how y'all school system set up, but so like by the time you say you get in 7th grade, right? You take up where your 6th grade classes left off, right? Now, if some of them, your class was advanced, what the new thing is AP or whatever, then you know, you could quite possibly, like my little cousin did, run out of classes to take by the time you are in the 12th grade. Yeah. So, um, and so that gives you a bunch of electives, okay? So I had 2 electives in the 8th grade, in the 9th grade I think I had 3, and anyway, by the time I got to junior, I could go to college and get a dental assistant thing, and also get my diploma from school. But anyway, 3 years, y'all, I faked it, and I was in the chorus and the damn band. I would always pick the chorus for one of my electives, and then of course I went to go and shake my ass with the instrument, but I just thought it looked mad cool. But yeah, so, and like, if you're in like trigonometry, right? Well, I don't forget what the statistics come after trigonometry. I don't forget how long. That's been a long time ago. But by the time you get to college, the same pattern continues. If in high school you took trig, you took all the math that you could probably possibly take, right? Then they give you credit for nope, take that back. You got to go whatever you test out of, you got to start with that particular class, right? So, you're gonna need 2 maths and whatever, So yeah, it was crazy. So you kind of repeating what you've already, done, especially if you get to college and you start off with algebra. I mean, shit. We was doing algebra in the 7th grade. It was algebra. Then they started doing all this funny shit. Algebra 1, algebra 2. Wait a minute now. Geometry 1, 2. All, come on now, stop playing games. Yeah, so. Alright, I done went on and ramble about that, but I had a lot of shit to do. This month, Lord have mercy. I don't know. When I tell you, I need a goddamn assistant. Hey, with my broke ass, I need an assistant, because this is ridiculous. Now, you talking about work. Oh my God. And what I told you, who they gonna call? They're not gonna call you. They gonna call me. Mm-hmm. When you working right up in there, who they gonna call? Me. Don't worry about it. Anyway, child, I'll see y'all in another month or so. But y'all still make sure y'all see or hear something. Send it to me, cause you know when I come up under water, you know I drag their ass. Yeah, I mean, oh, these people lie. Oh my God, the lie. I'm like, child. That's why they so easy to read, child. Oh, you know they're gonna use props and everything, you know, everything else and shit. They be killing me. They would play somebody talking shit about your motherfucking ass, right? But not realizing, hey, that same person talk shit about your motherfucking ass too. What we doing? Again, shit. I was, you know, I'm prepared to get backstabbed and whatever. Some of the people that left the sector or wherever they went, they told me. So I was already on it. They told me who the bad people were and who was good, who was decent, who's gonna do this and that, whatever. And I promise you, I'm not making this up. They were right about every last single one of y'all. Yeah, and I told y'all, sometimes people always think, you know, like I told you, like that day, we was at that club. Yvette comes out, she sees the police, she sees me. She asks me, well, what did you do? People always do that. Instead of thinking this could be somebody else's situation. Okay? Now I'm involved, but I ain't do nothing. But anyway, those people told me exactly what it is, who it is, and what's gonna happen today. That's why I'm like, what am I goddamn? I'll be like, you know, okay, if a motherfucker don't do shit like that to me, then we cool. And maybe I can tell that person also that what you're doing to that person, you know, ain't right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna need you to stop, because again, I told you I watch what you do to others. Yes. And honey, I know y'all hate me saying this, but that daddy was right. Hell, that daddy, oh my God, baby. I wish I could, baby, I ain't gonna do it. When I tell you, I ain't gonna do, you know, I ain't gonna hot mouth. Oh, Bobby won't took that shit. It's too goddamn funny. This one shit he was talking about, that shit was funny. I'm not just talking about the daddy this is no game. I told y'all be doing stuff to get y'all to do what I need y'all to do. But this is not that. And again, I don't do that with everybody. Okay? If you keep it straight with me, I'm straight with you. Whether if we don't fell out or whatever, it don't matter like that. That's not, you know. But when I told y'all the shit that I had to activate some kind of way. But anyway, child, oh man. That shit was so goddamn funny. Man, I tell you, that shit was so damn funny. Whew. He was right. Like, damn. Because I be like, okay. Just like, because you know what? I used to volunteer for judicial reform, right? So I'm looking for people that can reform. I know they can. I know that you can be better. I know all that type of stuff because I can, right? And then I can just say, shit. When they go low, I'll just lay right on top of their ass. You know? But child, I can't be out with y'all. I got shit to do. It's more important. Y'all see the damn world over here on fire and shit. They got my girl sitting up here looking crazy. And I don't know how long Bill's thing going on, thing lasted. Well, what I'm gonna be doing is doing this other job and hopefully catching it up to where I can kind of follow this in Bill, because what you're not gonna do is lock up Bill and Hilary. We ain't gonna do that. I think I told you. Again, I don't know if that video was dropping. I don't know how to use that service to get it out. When I tell you, like, some shocking stuff about Obama. It's not, hold on. I still pick him all day, every day, okay? It was some of his, some of the things he did on an international level. I was like, wait a minute now, Barack, now look at him now. Can't defend you on that one. Yeah, I mean, but it's like with that Gaddafi thing, I don't know if he just wised up and said, well, this is Gaddafi. And this change is only going to be temporary, or it's going to be some shit in the game or something. But yeah. But I just want to let y'all know, we didn't put that crazy ass man in that goddamn seat, and I just want to let y'all know we have weapons of mass destruction, y'all. And just in case you didn't know, in case you thought your ass was around here free as a bud. No. We got, listen here, I'm just trying to look, because that little Barron boy, he look a little, that Don Jr., that other one, all them look a little, like they would put some gas on your motherfucking ass and put some goddamn powder in the air. Weapons of mass destruction been around for a good little bit of time, honey. Like when MBS allegedly, he said he don't know nothing about it and all this extra bullshit. But when Khashoggi got killed at the where forgot where he was going, and I mean they had that shit planned down to a T. They hacked that man's body up. They saw that man's body and shit. Yes, they did. Because he's just a journalist. And what he should have done, and I don't know how they don't do this, when you get your ass, you take your whole family and get the fuck out of Dodge. Okay? Make it a family trip. One way. Okay? Because what these people will do is go after your damn family and kill their ass like it was it was just you. It was you. I don't know why Yashogi left his family over there. I don't understand none of that. And him and the wife got divorced. He started dating this younger woman, but they were pretty, evenly, and pretty good couple, right? And child, let me tell you, his motherfucking ass. God, Lord have mercy, but did they kill that man? Well, anyway, they had somebody took his clothes off, right? Then we see him going in. And then we see somebody that's supposed to be him walking, leaving the building, right? That's probably took his clothes. And the person was, acting like it was him. Whatever. When we go to when we start to question it and stuff like that, America butt all up in your goddamn investigation. Fuck that shit when your investigation, right? Yeah, it's crazy, and that's when a lot of people, turned on MBS, and also when we kidnapped down people and made them give him their damn business a whole bunch of money. That's crazy. So he can afford that damn 2030 thing. That is crazy. You would be surprised how many crazy ass people because we're in America, we don't pay a lot of attention to, what's going on overseas. And yet, check this out right here. And one of them motherfuckers tried to get rid of Al Jazeera. I know you lying. Devil is a lie. Yeah, baby, no, baby. I know you lying. Devil's a liar. Not the day saying. Then I love Al Jazeera. I told you they show the damn bodies all fucked up and the people. Yes, they show the whole thing, decapitated head and every goddamn thing. They show the whole thing. They trying to get rid of Al Jazeera. Devil is a lie. But yeah, honey. It is so much. But I gotta go get on this Hillary Clinton shit. I'm gonna be listening to that. Tap on this damn computer. Oh. And this is when I don't hardly eat. I don't get up to eat nothing. All I do is wash my ass and get to it. So I ate got the 25 pounds on my put it right on there in a month time, child. That's crazy. Eating all that BS. Nerves bad. I'm trying to create some shit and so we got gas and stuff like those too, so don't get it twisted. um, it's just barbaric in nature to use that on the. Oh my God! If y'all would have seen the babies that they released that gas on. Some YouTube is some kind of way they blurring out this stuff. I don't know how they doing it. I don't know if the people, because it was too many different channels where the stuff is all blurry and or it looks like a bunch of pixels, right? I don't know what's going on, but I don't know what the hell is going on, but don't get it twisted. I understand America is trying to show the world, that, people with different ideologies and all that type, they're just trying to show the world, y'all can chill like us. But them people don't want to chill like us. Them people that we disgusting. Yeah, them people think we're disgusting. Okay? Damn, I went over. All right, y'all, peace out.